And I slept on the floor. And I slept on the floor. I was running to my
When you stay here, do you stay in the house? Does Michael let you enjoy the whole premises?
There was one night I stood in the yard. I asked him if I could stay in his bedroom. And he let me stay in the bedroom. And I was like, Michael, you can sleep on the bed. And he was like, no, you sleep on the bed, sleep on the bed. We're like, no, you sleep on the bed. And then he finally said, okay, if you love me, you sleep on the bed. I was like, oh, man. And so I finally slept on the bed. But it was fun that night. I slept on the floor. Was it sleeping bag? No, he packed the whole vest of blankets up the floor. And I slept on the floor.
The problem was, I, like everyone, knew that 10 years ago, children were being invited to sleep over at Neverland. One of them, a 13-year-old boy, accused Jackson of sexual abuse, a claim that cost him millions of dollars. I'd assumed that now he'd be more cautious. But to my utter astonishment, I discovered that children were still sleeping over, sometimes in his house, sometimes in his bedroom. And then I met 12-year-old Gavin and his brother and sister. Gavin met Jackson 2 years ago after he'd been told he was dying of cancer.
Your left, right, get on down. Your left.
What is it, Gavin, about Michael that makes him connect so well with children? What is it?
Because he's really a child at heart. He acts just like a child. He knows how a child is. He knows what a child thinks. See, because I think that you don't necessarily have to be a child just because society says 18 and up, you're adult. That doesn't really matter. You're an adult when you want to be one.
Isn't that great? Not sick at all. No more cancer. All gone. All gone.
He's taller than me now.
When they told him he was going to die. Isn't that great?
They told my parents to plan for his funeral because there was no chance.
They told your parents to plan for his funeral.
They told he wasn't gonna grow. He wasn't gonna be able to have kids.
I got a growth spurt.
He had growth spurts during chemotherapy.
I went from 4'10" to 5'4".
See? Medicine don't know it all, do they?
According to Gavin, it was Michael's friendship and support that helped him beat the cancer. They've remained close friends ever since.
I was running to my
When you stay here, do you stay in the house? Does Michael let you enjoy the whole premises?
There was one night I stood in the yard. I asked him if I could stay in his bedroom. And he let me stay in the bedroom. And I was like, Michael, you can sleep on the bed. And he was like, no, you sleep on the bed, sleep on the bed. We're like, no, you sleep on the bed. And then he finally said, okay, if you love me, you sleep on the bed. I was like, oh, man. And so I finally slept on the bed. But it was fun that night. I slept on the floor. Was it sleeping bag? No, he packed the whole vest of blankets up the floor.
What? But Michael, you're a 44-year-old man now. What do you get out of this? What do you get out of this?
He's 4.
Yeah, I'm 4. I love, I think what they get from me, I get from them. I've said it many times, my greatest inspiration comes from kids. Every song I write, every dance I do, all the poetry I write, is all inspired from that level of innocence, that consciousness of purity. And children have that. I see God in the face of children. And, I just love being around that all the time.
Meanwhile, CBS obtained a secretly taped phone conversation allegedly between the father of the boy who accused Jackson of sexual abuse and the boy's stepfather. Listen to this.
This man is going to be humiliated beyond belief. And not believe it. He will not believe what's going to happen. Yeah. Beyond his worst nightmares. Sell one more record. If I go through with this, I win big time. I will get everything I want. They will be destroyed forever.
Jackson's private investigator says the tapes prove that Jackson is telling the truth about his accusers just wanting money.
And Wade Robson actually testified on his behalf.
Did Michael Jackson ever touch you inappropriately?
No, not at all. I learned so much from him as an artist and as a kind human being.
That I actually believe is true. Now, we all, as Michael fans, know that Michael never actually did anything, and she even said out of her own mouth back in 1993 that Michael would never do nothing to harm her brother. Now, 10-year-old Wade Robson, he says, nothing happened, just like the other kids said. It's just fun, it's just sleepovers, and it's nothing more. Now, I'm wondering what made him change his story years later, but let's get into some more clips.
Are you still friendly with Michael?
Yeah, we still talk every couple months, catch up.
You do, really?
Yeah.
Well, what's he like?
What's he like? He's a good guy.
He's a good guy?
Yeah.
Show me where he touched you. Nothing ever like that? No nonsense, no shenanigans?
Meanwhile, CBS obtained a secretly taped phone conversation allegedly between the father of the boy who accused Jackson of sexual abuse and the boy's stepfather. Listen to this.
This man is going to be humiliated beyond belief. He will not believe it. He will not believe what's going to happen to him. Beyond his worst nightmares. Sell one more record. If I go through with this, I win big time. I will get everything I want. They will be destroyed forever.